So hi everyone, how you guys doing? Um, you guys okay? I nearly wasn't even going to have a broadcast this morning. I fixed my cap. I wasn't going to have a broadcast this morning, but after I considered a lot of things, I just said that it's good that I do this broadcast. Okay, so got everybody together. Let's do this like we normally do it. I would normally use my room or my own media space, but today we're working from home. And so when I'm working from home, I'll use my room. That's my wife. I am my wife's room when I'm working at home. But today I'm working from my daughter's room. So that's why I'm seeing that there's something I'm supposed to finish. This one has exposed me. I was supposed to have finished. But you know that in a carpenter's house, you don't find good chair. We'll see. All this is supposed to have been painted. We didn't finish it. You see, let me show you some of her artwork. I'm proud of her artwork. You see, this one is mommy going to church. See, mommy going to church. And let me show you another one. See all these her TV wires. Daddy should fix all these things. But you see, she painted this one. And then there's also this other one here. She's playing a game when she enters with love. This one is, it says Ijoma something something 2017. And there's another of her work. She's a very good artist. Let me just brag about her. See this one. See, this is her artwork. See, have you ever seen an 8-year-old paint something that beautiful? Have you ever seen that? Never in your life have you seen that kind of beautiful painting by an 8-year-old. That's my beautiful daughter Ijoma doing that. Okay. All right, guys. So today, what are we going to talk about? Today we're going to be talking about what you should not do. Okay, what not to do. Let me fix this a little bit. What not to do at times like this, and what you should also do. Yeah, good morning from Winnipeg. Good morning, Chinedu. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on. Let's go ahead and share this video. I think it's important when we share the video and we get everybody involved. A lot of you have been asking what is going on. Praise Channel, how are you? How are you, sir? More grace to you also. Hey, Praise Channel. This is my Oga. I just said Praise Channel. How are you? Oh my God, that's Evangelist Chooks himself. Thank you so much, sir, for coming live. Thank you very, very much. God bless you for your support. Chooks, do me a favor. Can you post up your link? Post up your link for us. I need to ask everyone to please pause, click on that link and subscribe. That's one thing I want you to do for me as we're waiting for people to come on. I need us to, if Erica can post that up, if Evangelist Chooks can post that up too. I need a link to the Praise Channel TV because I want people to go there and subscribe. We need to help each other. This is one of the things I was going to talk about, of the things you should do and not do. Let me start from the things that you should not do at this period. You see, this is not a period for you to slide into depression, because when you turn on the TV, when you try to talk to people, Everything, if you look on the internet, every talk is discouraging, is depressing, is negative. This is not a time for you to ride on that negativity. This is not a time for you to dwell on that negative energy. No, you cannot change what you cannot change. But oh wow, from Sweden, Chukunon Sonweke, Banjo Osangbe, good afternoon to you. I'll be recognizing people as I'm talking, because what we want to be doing these days is just encouraging each other, sharing with each other, knowing what is going on with you wherever you are. No, so this is not a time for you to ride on the negative energy. Like I said, you can't do what you cannot do. This illness that is this virus that is spreading all over the place, you need to know. Thank you so much. This illness that is spreading all over the place, there is not much that we can do about it, but the much that we can do about it is try to keep a very positive outlook to things. Remember, the Bible says that you should encourage yourself in the Lord. Okay, at least you have breath. At least you are still living. You can still eat. You are able to even hear me right now. That is so much to be grateful to God about. You are not down with the sickness. But even if you are down with the sickness, I need you to know that it is not the end of the world. You guys know on this channel we accommodate everybody. We don't care about your your tribe, your religion, your political affiliation, your whatever it is that it is your outlook to life. We accommodate you here, but we also like to let people know clearly where we stand, that we are Christians, we are believers in the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. That is where we stand, as much as we accommodate every other person. And sorry for that little break. So, like I was saying, um, this is directed to people who are Christians. If you're a Christian and you know your God, and you know the God you serve, and you know where you belong, and you know the level of your relationship with God, it makes you not to be afraid of whatever comes your way. We've all been encouraging ourselves with Psalm 91, and I would just encourage you to go and read it and know that we do not act out of fear, okay? We act from our sound knowledge of who we are in God. I posted something online and I said that with this coronavirus, God is speaking. And somebody said, "What is he saying?" And I'm like, well, if you listen, you will hear God speak. And the person says, I've been listening and I've not heard. I said, guess what? If you truly, truly, um, in your quiet time, find a quiet time and a quiet moment, and you really invite God to speak to you, you will see God speak to you. That's what I try to tell the person. And that's what I'm telling everybody who cares to listen now, that this is the time when you need God to speak to you, and God will speak to you. He speaks in a very quiet voice. You don't need to be too scattered. You fill your thoughts, fill your time with all the news, you monitor CNN 24 hours a day. You monitor the map to see how many people get infected every day. You need to carve a time. So don't get dragged, sucked into the negativity and the continuous update that you hear online. Don't get sucked into that. Still find a quiet moment to talk to God. You must do your devotion. Now that a lot of you are at home, even if you're not a Christian, but if you believe in God, that's one thing. If you believe in God, and I don't know why you will not believe in God. I don't know why anybody will not believe in God, but I know there are people who are atheists who also listen to our broadcast. But if you believe in God, then this is a time that you must make out time, call it quiet time, call it your journal time. But for us, we call it devotion. You must do your morning devotion, and at your morning devotion, that's the time when you speak to God and God talks back to you. And like I said before, if you know who you are and where you're coming from and the promises that God has as a covenant with you, you will um, you'll be confident that no matter what happens, you're in God's hands. Nobody knows where this thing is gonna end. The trajectory is very, very scary, but I can assure you that whether it gets worse, and it's certainly going to get worse before it starts to come down. Why do I say it's going to get worse? Because the the um, the the speed at which it is spreading, it is alarming, and it is not arithmetic, it is geometric. And let me explain a little bit. Arithmetic is when it's spreading like one person, two people, three people, four people, one by one. No, it doesn't spread like that. That's from If one person spreads it to 10 people, 10 people will spread it to 100 people, 100 people will spread it to 100,000 people. That's the way it works. So it is geometric. It just keeps on multiplying like that. And so one person in a flight, for instance, can infect half of the passengers on that flight. And then those passengers will land at an airport, and it is a connecting flight. They will each carry it to the countries that they are going to, and they infect more people in that plane. And by the time those people land in that airport, the people that hugged them, the people that helped carry their bags, all the taxi driver that they entered to their various homes, they come to their families will spread. You see, so it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. So if you dwell on that, you can get carried away, but you must find a quiet time. If you have not made your peace with God, and this is not to scare you, but times like this is an opportunity for you to really, really take stock of your life and know and ask yourself if you are really in the right place with God in your relationship with Him. Okay, so this is one of the things that you must not do, get sucked into all of that. Another thing you must not do is to take for granted that things are changing. Don't do that. Don't just think that, okay, after this whole after we get by this period, that things are just going to be normal. Things will just bounce back to normal. Things will never be normal again. What do I mean? I'm telling you, this thing that we're going through is going to mark a turning point in the lives of people in this world. This world will never be the same again. So don't you ever assume that things will just come back to normal and it will be business as usual. No, actually, when it comes to business, if you're a business person, this is a time for you to think outside the box. Have you noticed now that a lot of companies now were able to, a lot of people just sent it was easy. What I'm trying to say is that it was easy for companies to switch from working in the office to working at home. And the whole world is still working. Things are happening, but everybody is now online. Years ago, there would have been more chaos. But right now, things are automated. That's why the whole world can literally shut down and still things are going on, because everything, the supply chains are going on online. The stores are still selling, but they are selling online. People are still shopping, but they are shopping online. So don't think that things will remain the same. No, after this period, everything will change. The way people do things will change. I'm telling you. So you must also change. You have to think about, you see, when people like us, I have a personal server for what I do. When we're getting a personal server, it costs a lot of money, but people were like, how about Chile? Why are you getting a personal server? It's expensive. What do you do? I was just laughing at them because we are projecting into the future, and we are able to do a lot of things that we do, and we have a website. If you go to www.worshipmedia.ca, you see the amount of news traffic that goes on in our channel. If you know about, it's not just an ordinary website. So if you know anything about websites and things like that and IT, you will understand that we needed a big server to be able to operate that kind of website, because it contains tons and tons of videos, of stories, of pictures. So much data is on that place. Now, we have so many other plans to have an online shop. We to have an online shop, to have so many things that we do online. It is time for you to think seriously about the business. That's what you should do, is that you should think seriously about the business that you're doing. You have to look at the IT, the information technology component of your business. You have to look at the electronic part of your business. I'm telling you, I'm not saying make money out of what is going on, but be smart about it. Let that make you think outside the box. Let that make you um, let that make you change the way you perceive business. Business has changed. If before you never thought, it says my platform is faulty. Please, I would like to hear more about my platform being faulty. Did you try to log into www.worshipmedia.ca, not .com? If you have any problem, please let me know. But what I'm trying to say is that if you are anything that you're doing before, you have to have an online component of it. If you're doing mama put and you think, waiting concern me with online business, no. Let this period teach you that you have to think about sending your mama put food to people's houses, delivering it to them. You mustn't do it by yourself. You can get Uber Eats to do it for you. Uber Eats will deliver anything at all. So as long as, but what I will ask you to do is to do things properly. So first of all, get a food certificate. Like if you're in Canada, it's easy to get a food certificate. You can do the test online, and after going through, just find out what you're supposed to do. When you get that food handling certificate, you can do the food under very healthy conditions, package it, connect yourself to buy it, and advertise yourself. Have a website, do all those kind of things. The world is changing, and this coronavirus, because it's going to come and pass, it will definitely come and pass, but it will change everything. It will change everything. You have to think digital now. Almost everything can be done digitally. And immediately after this, a lot of people will lose their jobs, honestly speaking. Why do I say so? It comes as a very bad news. It will hit you, but a lot of companies who were not doing online things had to do online. My pastor in my church, I was it was funny when I was reading the email. He said, okay, they're going to just because we didn't have church this Sunday, he said they were going to do the church and record it and post it for everybody. In my mind, I had already thought, how are they going to be able to post it immediately after service? Because this is something that I do. But I was like, okay, I'm going to see how it will happen. And so when I got an email saying that, oh, sorry guys, we were trying something we didn't do before. We underestimated that we had to set up cameras, record it, and then afterwards edit it. And it took about 3 hours to edit. And then in my head, I was like, okay, after editing, now you have to render it. And if you're using just your normal computer that you used to do things to render it. And now graphic, you need a computer with a higher engine to render that thing that you're doing. I'm telling you, it is it is something that if you have never done before, now it's going to take them hours to render before they can now post it. So but that has opened their eyes to a new area that they took for granted. So after this, I'm sure they would now and he even said it. They're now going to develop that aspect of the church operations, and maybe invest more in equipment and be able to record their services and put it online. Now, if you those companies that now tested these online platforms, because right now they are shopping for online platforms, they are shopping for ways that they can do meeting things, platforms like GoToMeeting, like teleconference. All of those things are going to explode right now. They're going to make a lot of money this period. And if you someone who works in the department that organizes these meetings, sets up the table, does this and does that, when your company now learns to do meetings online, do you know that aspect will not be viable for them anymore? You might lose your job. So if you're the one that is in charge of organizing meetings, if I were you, I will go and learn how to use all of these platforms. Okay. All right. So that is what is happening. If you are a minister, I encourage you to make sure that you're an evangelist, that you develop your online platform. You really have to make sure that your online platform is on point. Learn it. Make sure that you do it well. Okay. Yes, churches will close down. Churches will close down because of offerings. But let me tell you, because a lot of churches refused to go digital, they were laughing at those churches that were using POS, that using that pay point. But let me tell you, that's the way to go. You should make sure that you develop, when churches were developing apps and going online and doing website and encourage people to pay online, they say, these people, why are they treating the house of God as if it's a business place? Okay, now that you cannot meet physically, I wonder how you're going to manage offerings. How will people give offerings? So churches should make sure that they do all of those things. Okay, now I'm not going to you guys know what we stand for. We're revolutionaries. We are activists, and you guys know I stand with the Revolution Now, and also the Take It Back movement and the African Action Congress, even though I'm a minister of the gospel. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that, especially for our brothers and sisters in Nigeria. Yes, we hear that this coronavirus is not able to survive in our country, but I don't want you to take that for granted and say, you know what, we're just going to relax. The thing's not going to affect us, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that it doesn't affect us. We are very, very grateful to God, to God about that. But you have to keep your brain alert. Don't let yourself be deceived. Don't let us forget the issues that people are still dealing with in Nigeria. Hunger, Boko Haram, the other diseases are killing people 100 times over more than this coronavirus. I should tell people that Nigeria is a very peculiar place. When there's recession in the world, Nigeria doesn't even know anything about recession because of the kind of money that is in Nigeria. Our economy doesn't, even when people are suffering recession, Nigeria's economy is not determined by what happens with the government. It's people sending money to people, transacting business amongst themselves. They don't use stock exchange. the oil money that we get doesn't filter down to the citizens. They just chop the oil money at a certain level. So nobody knows. The thing, recession or no recession, is happening at a level that is beyond Nigerians. They have their own microeconomics that works for them. So what is their problem is the Boko Haram people that are still killing soldiers and maiming people and running down a whole village. Kidnappers are on the rampage everywhere. I keep telling people, you do not even understand the magnitude of the problem, because when kidnappers kidnap people, they tell you that if you tell other people, um, they will come after you. All right. So it is important that we do not lose sight of what is going on in Nigeria, that we continue to agitate, that will continue to plan what to do after this coronavirus thing is over, because it's a terrible wind that will come and blow past. But you must not be distracted to the point where look at the thing that happened with Sanusi. I keep telling people that thing is it's just a movie. We just they watch the movie, from when he was deposed, in a few days it was with El Rufai. In a few days he was going from one church to the other. They are praying for him in churches. El Rufai used to be my man when he was FCT minister. I even donated a house. Yes, believe it or not, we built a double. It's two houses, a semi-detached bungalow in Abuja. My company, Stillwaters Nigerian Limited. I and my wife, then we built a house, and we donated it free of charge in Abuja that time, to a relocation program that El Rufai started that time, and he made Pastor Sarah Omaku the leader of that. So we rallied behind our pastor, and a lot of us who were contractors then in Nigeria, we built houses then. But I don't know what happened to El Rufai. He just changed when he got deep into politics, and he became a different person altogether. So now, anything I see El Rufai's hand in, I have to look at it again. And when I see El Rufai doing this thing with Sanusi, even though Sanusi said some things that are worthy of mention about the situation in the north, but we are still watching him carefully. Why am I saying this? I'm trying to tell you that the political class in Nigeria, they are not sleeping. They are all strategizing. They are warming up, as to what they must do. You and I must not fold our arms. We must keep speaking to power. See people like whoever is there as our president. Do you see that Trump keeps addressing the country almost every time, every minute, every hour? He's talking. They are telling people what to do. In Nigeria, our president has not even said anything about the coronavirus. Who so who is even there as our president in Nigeria? Yeah, he just vindicates Nnamdi Kanu 100%. 100%. You cannot help but say, come on, this Nnamdi Kanu, he is actually correct, because I'm telling you, he says, I wish to talk to you in private. Get your direct contact, please. Sheriff Olayinka, my number is +1 647 989 2837. Anywhere you see my link, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, my number is there. It's not hidden. Okay. So Nigeria is it's a dead man walking. The dead man walking. And so I don't want us to be deceived by this coronavirus and we forget the issues at hand in Nigeria. You know what? I'm going to digress a little bit. I have been thinking seriously. Nnamdi Kanu is planning to march in Washington. he's planning to worship media. Could you also send us the link to the Praise Channel TV, please, so people can click and subscribe? So Nnamdi Kanu is planning something in Washington to march and show the strength of his movement. And I was thinking, we in the Take It Back movement and revolution now, let me talk for myself. Me, I support anybody that is doing anything to highlight the situation in Nigeria. So you see me, I'm in support of that thing that they are going to do. And I am planning seriously to be in Washington, D.C. I'm telling you, because it is time that we make the world, know about the situation. And we've been talking. Me, I'm the kind of person that talks the talk and I walk the walk. So thinking, I'm thinking, when they did the Occupy Buhari in London, it was not supposed to be Occupy Buhari, but we worked with a lot of comrades there, and we were able to bring IPOB, but IPOB could not come physically because then Nnamdi Kanu had just lost his his parents that time, you know. So it was not, they were in a mourning mood. They said no, they cannot come and participate, although some foolish people went and did a video and said I put IPOB in the thing without permission. Well, let me let them know that I'm connected to the high rank of IPOB more than them that did that video. They don't even have any access to the hierarchy of IPOB. So just for their own information, everything I did in that thing that was organized in London was did with the consent and approval of the IPOB highest command. Okay, so that time we got IPOB to be on board. We got the Islamic Human Rights Council in London to be on board. We got the Afenifere and a lot of other people to be on board, and we all came and we demonstrated against Buhari. So this Washington thing, I'm hoping that IPOB will expand it to accommodate every other person. I'm telling you, because whether it be the Biafra agitation, or the Arewa agitation, or the Oduduwa agitation, or the whatever it is, everybody is dealing with the same problem in Nigeria, which is much more than coronavirus. I'm telling you, people are not even as worried about coronavirus as they are worried about the food that they will eat. It is that bad. So honestly, it is important. It is important that we support what they are doing in Washington. We should, yes, I'm telling you, I've always been for Nnamdi Kanu, and I am saying that right now, it is time that we throw our weight behind what they are doing in Washington. Yes, if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, think again. I know what I'm talking about. Although if this coronavirus thing continues and it's not able to happen, whenever it happens, I think we should support them. Omoyele Sowore is now by far the most outstanding person in the western part of Nigeria right now. He is the one that is a beacon for the youths, from every part. I will say that and I like to analyze things from an objective perspective. I love Omoyele Sowore. I love what he stands for. I'm a member of the Take It Back movement. A member of the revolution now. You can tell from my orange scarf. But in the East, a lot of us love Omoyele Sowore. But Nnamdi Kanu, as far as Biafra and the restoration of Biafra is concerned, Nnamdi Kanu is leading that pack there. And in the same way that in other parts of Nigeria, Omoyele Sowore is holding sway. and he is a beacon for every young person in Nigeria who is tired, sick and tired of what is happening with the government of Muhammadu Buhari. So what you see happening is that Omoyele Sowore is challenging the government of Nigeria. So we throw our weight behind him. Now, when they say the government of Nigeria, there are activities everywhere, including in the eastern part of the country. Omoyele Sowore is not happy about it. So he fights for everybody. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, on his part, has said, I want a Nigeria that is free and fair for every citizen of Nigeria. But since you people do not want that kind of thing to happen in Nigeria, then I want my people to be left alone. Leave us alone to manage ourselves, because you're not there. You're not there in the first place. We don't feel your presence. You don't give us jobs. You don't care about what happens. You don't develop the infrastructure in our area. Then leave us alone. Let us just no. I will answer your question. When you say you're surprised that Sowore did not attend the burial, you see, this is the kind of things that makes me shudder at our level of ignorance. You see, you have to check what you write before you write it. Omoyele Sowore is under restriction. He cannot even go to see his own mother. He cannot move out of Abuja. So when you write this kind of thing, what do you mean? Did he send somebody? Omoyele Sowore put out things out there. Omoyele Sowore actually contacted. You see, there are some things I cannot reveal to you. There are things that happen at certain levels, and we must just keep it there. But just know that a lot of background things were done, especially this one I can reveal to you with the Human Rights Commission in Nigeria. I want you to know that when the military was when they sent military men to Nnamdi Kanu's place, you don't know what went on, but by the time you saw a release from the Human Rights Commission, I want you to know that Omoyele Sowore was part of that whole thing. All of us were busy. All of us were not happy. So I want you to know that Omoyele Sowore is also a very good friend of Nnamdi Kanu, and they respect each other. They communicate at different levels. So before you start talking, make sure you know what you are saying. Okay, don't just do your own. I don't know why people just keep saying, why didn't this person do this? Why what did you do? You that is talking, what did you do? People do a lot of things behind the scene, but you don't know. Just do your own and then just leave it like that. Biafra TV says stop the lies. Which lies are you talking about? Anyway, I think it's a distraction, my people. Whatever you can do, please do it, okay? Whatever it is that you are doing, you do it, we'll clap for you, even if you're doing more than Nnamdi Kanu himself, even if you are doing more than Dr. Chidi, no problem. If you're doing more than Omoyele Sowore, no problem. Okay, it's okay. Just let's leave it like that. But let us be more progressive. And when I'm trying, you see, you just derailed me. I was trying to talk about something more progressive. So let us. This is the kind of thing that I was talking about. We must ignore people who are not progressive, who are retrogressive. Nnamdi Kanu is doing a lot. He has put in so much into what he's doing. He has lost his parents. Now, Omoyele Sowore has sacrificed so much initially, but it looks to me sometimes that people just like to People like to see something bad happen to you before they believe you. When Omoyele Sowore say revolution now, say, oh, is the government. It's the government that is using Omoyele Sowore, preparing him. They are the ones. They kept saying, oh, this is the government that did the Omoyele Sowore. They are trying to prepare him for 2023. It was all over the place until Nnamdi Kanu himself came. You know, Nnamdi Kanu's mouth is like it's like fire. Yeah, he's naked. He doesn't. He's not wearing any pants. You know, his mouth is razor. He came there and said, "Stupid, ignorant, and useless people. How dare you talk about Omoyele Sowore, somebody who that zoo government has incarcerated, that you must speak of. You must not allow the zoo to make you to become an enemy to somebody that they are maltreating." I don't even know you that is talking. Do you see Twitter? Nnamdi Kanu tweeted that the federal government must let Omoyele Sowore walk free. They must not infringe on his human rights. This is Omoyele Sowore. This is you that is Nnamdi Kanu's follower. This is what your Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself is writing. But you're there making noise. You're not even contributing money to IPOB. Do you know that they contribute money to IPOB? How much money have you given to IPOB in your place? What have you done? Come to my own place and ask what I have done. Anyways, what must happen now is that you see the way a lot of people from the East are rallying around Nnamdi Kanu. People from all over the place, especially from the West, should rally around Omoyele Sowore, and he will yes, we're making an arrangement. Don't worry. Things are going on. Things are going on behind the scene. The Nigerian government will be shaken by what they will see in Washington and things that will happen. We are not relenting. We are not being distracted. This coronavirus will come and go, and we will all get back to what we are doing. So please, guys, I just want you to keep on. Don't even inside our party. You know, the federal government has meddled in the business and the affairs of African Action Congress. You guys know that because we are the ones that are actually the opposition that they see. I'm telling you, the clear opposition in Nigeria against the federal government is Omoyele Sowore. That's why they're doing everything to try to put him down. So what you must do is you must be alert. You must ask questions. How can I be of help? Don't just open your mouth and just talk rubbish online. Go offline and find out, or even while you're online, click on whatever you want to support. Click and be part of what is going on. Support them in any way. I'm telling you, support them. Sowore has sacrificed his family, sacrificed his job, stayed in detention, stayed in prison. Do you see him wrestle him? Okay, so now that you have seen that it is for real, what did you do? Before you said, oh, is a plan something? No. When you saw them trying to kill him, they nearly killed him inside the court there. Didn't you see that? All that thing with SSS and DSS, was that one also a joke? You understand? So now that you know that it is real, what are you doing? Do something. This thing belongs to us. Whether Nigeria as a country, we take it back from the people who are treating it like it's their. My wife says they are treating it like it's their father's parlor. Take it from them and then decide what we do with that country. Change the name of the country. Everybody goes to their own, and we have a central government. Something, but let us not just talk, or try to be a wheel in the progress that people are making. Whatever you're doing, honestly, you're singing, you're dancing, you're doing whatever. Make sure you are impacting people. Did you see when Sowore went to Nigeria? You see, the thing is, when you say Nigeria is dead, we know that it is dead now, but we're saying, what should we do? Nigeria as a country is there, but there are people. Your brother is in Nigeria now. Your sister is in Nigeria. Abi, my cousins are in Nigeria. So what should we do? We should just forget about them. You know, you see this blast that happened along the pipeline, and a lot of people were affected. You see, you have to look at it from two ways. Okay, that land that those houses were built, I can tell you by every standard, every known standard, safety standard, no house should be as close to that pipeline as it was built. The reason why they restrict people from building houses close to is exactly what happened. That thing that happened, that explosion that happened and people that were killed, that is the main reason why they don't want you to build a house on the pipeline now. Don't you understand? The same thing that happened. Okay, trailer lose brake and kill people selling by the express. And you come and say, oh, look at all these people that the trailer destroyed their shop. The reason why they told you in the first place not to put your shop by the express is because when there's an accident, it will kill people. That's why they tell you don't build your house beside a high tension wire. There are parameters, there are distances you must keep from it. Whether somebody set off a bomb there or whether it exploded on its own, I'm telling you, do you believe that the blast in the pipeline is explosion? That's what I'm saying. Whether it was a bomb, whether it was an explosion, did you see the pipeline? No house should be close to that pipeline. I am not in support of people dying. I'm not in support of anybody throwing blood, but go and check. You are not supposed to be close to that pipeline, but somebody sold that land to the people who bought the land. And the people who bought the land, they bought it anyways. They don't care. I'm telling you. It doesn't matter whether you're an Igbo man, whether you're a Yoruba man, whether you're an Hausa man. A man is a man. A woman is a woman. As long as you have blood. I like for you to be objective. When the bomb blast happened, he did not choose a Yoruba man from an Igbo man. People died. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. You are not supposed. If my brother built a house there, they did wrong. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So we are sorry about the people that died, but I'm telling you, as I'm speaking to you right now, somebody is closing a deal on a land that they know very well that land is an area that they are not supposed to build. And when an accident happens, we will look for somebody to. You see, I don't like the government of Buhari. I don't like what Tinubu is doing in Lagos. But you see, in this particular one, I cannot come and start blaming the government for people building their house there. Where I will blame the government is where all of us stand. It is a system that is not working that will make the government even allow people to build a house there in the first place. The government cannot tell me that. You see, every pipeline in every country, like here in Canada, any place you're not supposed to build a house, you cannot even dare to come and start digging foundation there. It doesn't matter whether somebody sold the house to you, whether they took money. If these places are monitored, there is I think it's maybe 15, somebody said 15 meters. So if it is 15 meters either way, that is 30 meters corridor. That 30 meters corridor is supposed to be patrolled all the time. So if it is patrolled all the time, as an architect, as a builder, as a contractor, you cannot build a house in 1 week. You cannot build a house in 1 month. You cannot build a house in 2 months. Those houses took some people years to build. So where were the people who, do you know how much money is voted every year that they say they're using to patrol the pipeline? Do you know how much contract is given to some people to patrol the pipelines? Every pipeline you see in Nigeria, every kilometer, every meter of that pipeline, there's a contractor who has the security contract for that pipeline. Where are those people? So that's where you begin to blame the government. Because if these people who were paid to monitor what happens on the pipeline do what they are supposed to do, then people will not even dig they will not raise their digger. The day you raise your digger to put on that ground, they will come and remove you. They will arrest you. But for the thing to happen in years that they even have a school, with dormitory and all of those things, that told you that some people in the government, not just, first of all, the person who sold the land collected the money from the land, and the government that was supposed to monitor that place took bribe, and they don't monitor the place. And who is giving the bribe? It is the same people whose houses were destroyed. They are the ones that give the bribe. So you see, we have to blame, but we also have to take some blame by ourselves. But some people don't like to hear the truth. What they just want to hear is you to be, narrow-minded and just talk straightforward, just like that. Just say, why did they target a particular tribe? Why did they target a particular? How can you say they targeted you? How did they target you now? Did they force you to build in that place? You know what I'm saying? So let us please be mindful the way we look at issues. It makes people think that we are not intelligent, and yet we are very, very intelligent people. Okay, people are intelligent no matter what part of that country you come from. We're intelligent. So let us look at the situation and think about it from an intelligent perspective. I cannot just to please you begin to use this brain that God has given me upside down and begin to think from the other side of my body. I'm supposed to think from this side. But if I turn around and I begin to think from the other side of just to make you happy, no, I can't do that. I can't. I can only just tell you what the truth is, because the truth will set you free. So I release you to be free, to be made free by virtue of the fact that you know the truth, you speak the truth, and God will help us as we continue to do this. So within this period, I want you to engage objectively. When you see an article, and that's another thing I want people to do. Let me just say this before we close. Anytime you see something online, before you share it, that's why Google is there. Just Google that thing. If they say, Buhari just fall down from airplane and break his head, maybe it is true, or maybe it happened when he was the chairman of PTF in 1980 something. You understand? So Google it before you start sharing. Maybe you see a video where they kill people, and somebody put an audio and say, "Dear brothers and sisters, please share this video that I'm sending to you. This thing happened now. It happened now. I'm there. They are killing our people. Share the video. And just comment down, and my brother send the video to me. Share. It's happened now in the village. The army are there killing. Share. You just go and start sharing the video. Don't share the video just because somebody put an audio. This one, they say, everybody lock your window. Brothers and sisters, it's me. Lock your window and your door because helicopter is coming to spray something against coronavirus everywhere. So share the video. It's your brother. You just go and start sharing, just creating panic everywhere. Come. How can you just be spreading that kind of thing? It's not true now. It's not true. Let's say another one is I'm just coming. No, this one was sent from a brother who just passed the place. The road between Ayangba and Lokoja at Itukuma village. There are armed robber and kidnappers robbing there right now. Everybody turn around. If you know anybody that is there right now, send this to them. Maybe it actually happened, but maybe it happened 2 months ago. And you just received the thing now. You just forward it. If you forward it, what do you think will happen? People will not pass that road again. The people that do the operation, they just come and do it. 10 minutes, they are gone. But you, 2 months later, you're still telling people not to follow that road. So let us our fingers are itchy when we belong to a group, when we belong to a WhatsApp group. We want to just post it. And then when somebody tells you, my brother, why are you posting this kind of thing? Check now before you post. You attack the person. Say, stupid man like you, who made you the judge and jury in this WhatsApp group? That's how you people form cabal in this group. Everything, when Choma posted her own, because maybe you're sleeping with Choma, you didn't say anything. Now, when I post my own, every time you see my post, that's the time you will wake up. LOL. This one, that one. That's why these days, is when they put me in some group, as they're just putting me in, I'm removing myself. They put me again in. I remove myself. If we do it the third time, I will just go and block you, please. The latest one now is now that we are talking, let me warn you about this group. They go on, especially on Telegram, because that's where you have plenty of people. You see 2,000 groups. They just carry me and put in that group because you're connected to me. When they put me there, they put you. So when they put you, you see that Dr. Chidi is there. Meanwhile, I have not even known. I've not even known that they put me in that group. But they use me, or they use somebody, to put you in the, so the group is popular. I see 2,000 something people. The next thing you see in the group, say, thank you, Mama, for sending my money. Account number is UBA 3466. I just received my alert. Thank you very much. Another person will say, wonderful. It's a miracle. They put a picture. It's a miracle. Walking God, I cannot hold myself. I just received my alert. Back. You just be surprised. What is happening? Everybody in this group is receiving their money. Small time somebody want to come to you and say, have you received your own alert? You say no. You say, keep working. Did you say, you have not even registered? Okay, register here and start to receive your own money. It's wayo. I'm telling you, all those people that are receiving their alert, they're not receiving any alert at all. You see, all those 2,000 something people, they just added them the way they added you. Just run from those groups. If you see your brother or your sister in that group, they don't even know that they are there. Just run or go and poke them. You know what I say? It's my own language. Poke. Do I just go and poke them at the back and say, come on, this group that you're in, explain something to me. Then they'll ask you which group. You say, Diamond Favor Group. You're not there. Say, no, I'm not there. Then you gotta remove yourself and block that group. And they say platinum, this crown, what do they call that money? That new money that they say, that's crypto favor group, crypto worship group, crypto they just use, and they target church people. Please, so I beg. Bitcoin, thank you very much, Dr. Erica. They say Bitcoin group, invest 1 naira, make 10 naira. It doesn't work. Anything that sounds too good to be true, it is usually too good to be true. Nothing beats hard work. I beg. That's what I'm going to tell you to do. God will help us all. We will survive this period. Just keep doing the things that you're supposed to do. Don't take it for granted. I beg. Wash your hand with soap. Nchankota still works. Please don't say you don't have money to buy the black soap. It still works. Key soap. You know that key soap. It works. Imagine what that key soap would do to coronavirus. Like if I was you, I use that key soap to bath now. Then people should to wash. Oh my God, people should bath with that key soap, or the other one, the other soda, soda, that white one. Don't try that white one, eh? Oh my God, that one can burn off your skin. So guys, please wash your hands, keep your distance from people. If you ride public transport, don't even touch anything. In Canada, we are doing self-quarantining. They've canceled every every event. And please, let's even do that in the next 10 minutes before we close. Please tell us the situation where you are, especially our prayers go to our brothers in Spain, in Italy. Oh my goodness, especially those guys in Italy. I've gone to some groups. I belong to some groups where our guys are in Italy, and I've shared how I feel with them. And if you are anywhere, please let us know how you're doing. If you need to contact someone and you're not getting through to them, please let us know how we can be of help. I've called people directly from here. I can call any number anywhere around the world. I can sacrifice my 1 minute to try to get to them. But yes, it's happening everywhere. Supplies are running out. But just to let you know, do the shopping you can, but please don't get into things that panic buying and go and contact the disease because you're trying to shop. All right, I see someone said here that in UK, let me read some of the things. It says here in England, we are still yet to be on lockdown. Everything is still normal, though with 35 deaths, and people have started panic buying. Yes, yes, prayers do not work as we have seen. No, no, no. Andy Bushkett, you cannot say that prayers do not work. Prayers work a lot. I will never subscribe to that. It is prayers that is still holding us together. Italy, we are indoors. Let me tell you something. When you see that people are coming up with, the person that came up with the idea to lock people up, the people who are researching and getting results, that is still our prayers working. We pray that God, please let there be a cure. You think that when people find a cure, that it's not prayers that made them find that cure. I don't know how people talk. Prayers are working. So yesterday in Spain was 208, but this morning is 307. Yes, the people are dying here in Italy daily. I know. I've INM Asthma TV. Thank you so much. We're indoors right now. Okay. So don't fight for tissue. Well, I don't know. Tissues is not even the main thing. It's a call of France in Italy. Total lockdown. Average death 250. Wow. Science works. Yes, science works. But guess what? Science. The people who are also doing the science, it is God that's giving them the knowledge to do what they're doing. Then in UK, there's panic buying seriously. Yes, quarantine in Spain. I'm telling you, prayers work in this crisis. I will tell you again, my friend. Prayers work. Prayers work. I prayed before I did this program, and I keep telling God, please help me with what to say. And that's why it is because of the prayers I prayed this morning that you can see I didn't write any script. I didn't write anything. I just pray and I say, God, help me put the words in my mouth. This is my own kind of ministry. People don't understand that church is happening right as I'm talking with you. So when you say prayers don't work, you are absolutely wrong. The reason why I'm able to have this discussion with you is because I prayed, and this is an answer to a prayer. I thank God I was able to communicate something that you found useful, and you are able to say something that I find useful. That is an answer to a prayer. You see, people have God around them, but they still keep looking for God. God answers their prayers, but they think God is this big, mighty phenomenon that will come and pass, and we see, oh my God, see God, oh, hey, God, they pass. I see how big the God is. Oh my God, see God hand. No, 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 no. God is right there where you are, He's speaking to you. And when I tell people God is speaking right now through me as I'm talking to you. And God is speaking to me through you as you're typing and sending to me. We're having a relation, we're having a communication. That is God in action. And you have to have a better understanding of who God is. It says in China, we are indoors, though there is no case for the past 3 days. Yes, China has really curbed the thing. It says he likes what I'm doing, but okay, we shall all survive with faith. Yes, prayer works. I know you're a good person. Thank you so much, Andy. Andy, what we're saying is you can say that we need to pray, but we need to back our prayer with action. That I will agree with you. Best way to avoid crisis to stay indoors. Yes, so in Spain, we are supposed to be indoors for 15 days. They are planning to increase it for more days. People Please, if you are told to stay indoors, please obey. Yes, it says, but prayers are not going to be the solution. So that's what I'm saying. We pray and we join our prayers, we join action to our prayers. It said, hi, Chinese doctors in Italy to help. Oh wow, Chinese doctors went to Italy to help. That's good. Quote of the days, got people have God around, but they go around looking for God. I love that. That's a very good one. People have God around, but they go around looking for God. I'm gonna type that somewhere. That's a good one. Thank you so much, Wale Walata. Thank you so much. He said, afternoon, doctor. In my city, Berlin, they close schools, local trains, and nothing coming in but bus, no death records, and I don't pray for any. Yes, I like what they're doing in Berlin. They're being proactive. That's what people are blaming Trump for. That if he had, shut things down early enough, America wouldn't even have experienced the deaths that they're experiencing now. Sheriff says it is cool in UAE, but the government of UAE will stop people coming in from the airport tomorrow, according to the information. You see, UAE and all these places countries where the weather is really hot, especially along the equator, we see that there's a decrease in this infection. They've already said that the virus is not able to survive above 27 degrees. So that seems to be working out for people. And also there's this talk about the genetic composition of Africans and Black people in general that seems to have some resistance to this virus. But I want you not to take that for granted, because there's about five different strands of that virus, and one may not wreak havoc in some place, but another one may wreak havoc. People don't know that this coronavirus has been there from time. That's why when you see Dettol, you see Lysol, you see all these things, they say kills coronavirus. And there was already another viral thing online that, this thing has been there before. That's why they invented these cleaning things, knowing that no, it's a different kind of SARS, is coronavirus. That SARS that happened, that one, the N1 whatever, was also coronavirus, but this one is a different coronavirus. This one is COVID-19. This one is COVID-19. It's a special one. Just like when they have those hurricane, they say Hurricane Kende, Hurricane Chidi. I don't know why they give them, but they usually give them women's name. If I was women, I would protest against those names. They give bad things. They say this earthquake, this tsunami, this thing, they call it a woman's name. It says, yes, I love you too, Andy Boucher. One love, one love. My help comes from God. Chukwuemeka Nadi says, US, there is shut down in school for 3. Yeah. Okay, in US, they're shut down in school for 3 weeks. Same thing as Canada. We're supposed to have 1 week March break, but extended it to 3 weeks. That's what we're facing here. Dr. Erica says people have God, but they go around looking for God. Wally, I like that. Here in Ireland, the schools have been shut down. No St. Patrick's Day celebration. No St. Patrick's Day celebration here in Canada too. Chinedu, carry, wash your hands, avoid crowds. Yes, so plan the ventilation of your room. If you stay indoors, don't leave your room ventilation always open or close. Okay. Why they catch them Mughal? Yes, so the best thing to do right now is to take precautions, listen to what doctors and scientists say, not put your trust in, oh my goodness, please, so put your trust in prayer, so then that prayer will lead you to the doctor who will tell you the right thing. In Italy, there are no movement, it's locked up because coronavirus. Please, we need more prayers in Italy. We're praying for you guys in Italy, trust me. Someone asked, if we accept everything from somewhere, what I mean, why can't we accept coronavirus from the same place? Oh my God, that's a funny one. If we take everything that comes from China, then why are we not taking coronavirus? Oh my God, this is very, very good. You see, things like this, when I hear people talk back to us here, it helps us to get by, because this period you keep wondering what you're going to do, but hearing, and I'm going to do a lot of this. I'm going to do a line where we'll all interact for a long time. I just want to know what is going on around the world and know what people are going through. I'm here in Cape Town, South Africa. Still 63 people discovered to have it here in South Africa, but no death so far. We pray that the deaths will not happen. What's happening also is that before they find a vaccine for this illness, we're getting to learn how to manage it more. The reason why people died more in the past is because when it happened, they thought they had something like malaria, they thought they had flu, they thought they had all the other pre-existing illnesses before. But by the time they discovered it was coronavirus, it was too late. But what is happening right now is whenever somebody feels any fever, they now call. And when they call and the illness is still small, what they do is they give them oxygen. They begin to give them things that will help their immune system, because actually your body is designed in such a way to kill. There is no illness that your body cannot kill, including coronavirus. Those people who have recovered, they did not recover because there was a medicine, because there's still no medicine to kill coronavirus. They recovered because their immune system was able to fight that virus and catch it before it overwhelmed their immune system. So what people are doing right now is people are shoring up their immune system. Please take a lot of vitamin C. People are sure, but don't overdo it. People are shoring up their white blood cells. People are building up more immunity. They're exercising more. And once we catch this thing early, we're able to make sure that people survive. So people will continue to survive it more. They will continue to survive it more. And eventually, we will discover a cure. And then eventually we'll discover a vaccine. Actually, they have discovered a lot of them, but they have to go through the mandatory test period. After that test period, they will now be able to administer it to people. God is not, you see, God created the world, and nothing, no virus can overwhelm God. Just go and write it somewhere. Even my brother who doesn't believe that prayers works, go and write it somewhere. I will come back another day and tell you that, oh, I remember when coronavirus was ravaging our people. I'm telling you, we will stay here and talk about when coronavirus was around. This too shall come to pass. This one shall come to pass. As long as there is a God, nothing is too difficult for God to do. God just allows things for a reason. And for those of us who believe God, we need to know and read and learn this season, because when this time has come to pass, it is people who learned good lessons from this period that will excel after this season. You have to learn what God is teaching you. You have to learn what God is saying right now. That is what will carry us over. So on behalf of all of us in my daughter's room in Toronto, Canada, special thanks to Ijoma Wanyang for allowing us to use her bedroom to do our streaming today as we continue to fight the virus. On behalf of Dr. Erica, on behalf of Kenneth, before they chase me away from their room next time I want to use their own room, I want to thank all of you, and I love you. I pray that none of us will be defeated by this coronavirus until I come your way, guys, another time. I love you. God bless you, and bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.